This guy has a presence all of his own. Let's get up my good friend, Richard Lee.
How y'all doing? Asian comic in the house. All right, I'll be there good, huh? All right. Yeah. Woo. All right, finally, yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody like impressions, everybody? Huh?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Do it.
All right. No. Yeah. ESPN Sports Center. You know, ESPN Sports Center. I'm John Man. I'm Adams, yeah. Now, you know what's very rights issue? You know, in entry pizza case? You know? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You know those two idiots. Now.
Is that cluster?
Yeah. You know the NFL needs to change, you know?
No.
Yeah, because we can't have white beaters and child beaters, you know, in the NFL, right, Al?
Beater.
Right, yeah. Because, you know, and former NFL players getting concussions, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because NFL needs a change. Because NFL needs a miracle. Don't you think so, Al? Yeah, that's right. Because NFL needs a miracle, right? Al? Yeah. Don't you think so, Al? That's right, yeah. Because don't you think NFL needs a miracle? Because don't you believe in miracles, Al? I believe in miracles. Yeah, I believe in miracles. Yeah, that's right. I believe in miracles. And now it's time for Dr. Phil. I'm Dr. Phil. I'm Dr. Phil, and my guest today is comedy legend, Mr. Bill Cosby. Thank you. I'm Bill Cosby. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Bill Cosby. Dr. Bill. It's a pleasure to be here on your show. So I know all these allegations on you are true. Did you really do all these things? Because I know. I'm Dr. Phil. I did not do those things. I just gave them Jello pudding pops. I did not. So those are false allegations on me.
Oh my God.
My next guest. My next guest is former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. He calls himself the Gropinator. Hello, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank you for having me along with Mr. Cosby. Dr. Phil. It's a pleasure to be here. You know, I know you've been a little naughty again, haven't you? You've been groping the women again. I cannot help it. The women are everywhere. I just can't help it. I can't keep my hands to myself, grabbing booties and tushies all the time. You know? See, they're everywhere. And see, Mr. Bill Cosby here, see, he can't help it either. people. I don't think so. It's all false. You know, even you're accusing me of doing something I did not do. Mr. Schwarzenegger, I didn't do it. I gave them Jello pudding pops. What do you think this is? The Jerry Springer Show? This is the Dr. Phil Show.
Yes, right.
You know, I don't think I did not do it. I keep seeing women that I can't help it. I just cannot help it. I gotta touch all these women's boobies. Dr. Phil. And, well, I guess that's my time. So, and yeah, the comedy's bad. Comedy's bad. Comedy's so bad. Robbie Dow just got fired and had to work at Jack in the Box. That was pretty bad. That was bad. The comedy's bad. Comedy's bad. Comedy's so bad. McDonald's Happy Meal not so happy no more. That is pretty bad. That is bad. The comedy's bad. Comedy's bad. Comedy's so bad. AMPM was bought by 7-Eleven. That is pretty bad. That is bad. That is bad.
He's good.
Yeah, comedy's bad. Comedy's bad. Comedy's so bad. No. Mother Nature had to get a job at Hooters. That is pretty bad. That is bad. I think that's all, folks.
Redcoats. He decided he's going to throw his hand out in the comedy field and try it all out. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the very funny Gabrial Fransisco.
Hi. No, I'm not. I'm Gabrial Fransisco. So I do this weird thing when I get nervous where I become Adam Sandler. So like, I'll be at a party and I'll see a pretty girl and I'll walk up and I'll say, "Hi, how are you?" And she'll say, "I hate you." No. And without like batting an eye or like missing a beat, I just go, "I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe I could come over here and talk with you, but I was mistaken." So I'm just going to give you one of these, and I'll be on my way. Okay, here I go. But the funny thing is that the opposite can happen just as easily, because if I get too confident, I become Matthew McConaughey. So like I'll walk up and I'll see the girl, and I say, "Hi, how are you?" And she'll say, "Hi, how are you?" All right, all right, all right. Are we talking at parties or are parties talking at us? What do you see we get naked? Get out of here, play the bongos.
All right, all right.
You guys think everybody in Matthew McConaughey's family sounds like him? Wouldn't that be the best? Like, hold on, I gotta take this, my sister's son. All right, all right, all right, how's my little nephew doing? All right, all right, all right, Uncle Matt, how are you? I'm all right, all right, all right. How little Chica's doing in your class? You doing good with the little ladies? I'm doing all right, Uncle Matt. Do what you told me to do the other day in class. Took my shirt off. All right, gotta take your shirt off. Too bad the teacher made me put my shirt back on, though. Government's always going to try and keep you down, little man, but you know what I say, when life gives you lemons, you got to take your shirt off. I'm tired of people always telling me to go to music festivals that sound like the worst experience ever. They're like, "Gabriel, man, you got to come out to Coachella, it's the best." And I'm like, "I don't know, how much is it?" I'm like, "Well, it's $400. Like, $400? I can't afford to feed myself. $400 for what? Like, no, it's worth every penny. It's the best because this year there's 80 bands playing and you only like 3 of them." That sounds like a horrible. I don't want to do that. No, it gets better because all 3 of those bands, they're playing on 3 separate stages at the same time. So you can't enjoy any of the shows. No, this has to be wrong. No, it gets better. Listen, because it takes place in the middle of the desert for 3 days. It's 1,000 degrees and every day feels worse than the last. I don't want to do this at all. No, listen. listen, please. Because you get to stand shoulder to shoulder with complete strangers packed in like sardines, and you get to rub your body against their hairy, sweaty bodies that smell like rotten meat. It's beautiful. That sounds like a nightmare. No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The Northern Lights are beautiful. That sounds horrible. And they get mad. They go, you know what, man? You just don't appreciate music. And they storm off. And I'm like, you're kidding me. That's like if I offered to shove your face into a tree over and over again for 3 hours, and the moment you objected, I went, man, you just don't appreciate nature. Ridiculous. There's a bunch of stoners anyways. I always thought like maybe I always wondered if maybe Shaggy and Scooby weren't actually stoners. Maybe it was all just a cover to get them out of having to do any real work. Because they hate their jobs. It's like Scoob, I gotta solve this mystery, man! Are they gone? Yeah, no, fuck that, I'm not going in there. Ghosts? 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 No! We're gonna stand in the closet, scream, knock some shit over, and say we saw something. They're not gonna know the difference. They're not gonna know the difference. But does that mean too, like when Velma tagged along, that it pissed them off more because then they had to keep their charade up that much longer? She's like, Jinkies, guys, I think I found something. Son of a bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Like so what'd you find, Val? This is stupid. What are we doing? Perpetually solving mysteries for 50 years? And what's with this music? The other day I went into a doorway and I came out on the adjacent side of the hall I had just exited. What does that mean? Are we gonna hit the coast? Where else are we gonna hit the coast? We gotta hit the coast. I'm glad that you can talk, because if you couldn't talk, I would, like so what's maybe it was old man Jenkins, Val? Because if you couldn't talk, I would go fucking crazy. When I get ready to die, I want to put everything in my house in like a crazy mismatch system that doesn't make any sense. So when they find my body, it appears like I'm way crazier than I actually was. Just as I'm about to cross over to the other side, I'm going to dial 911, leave the phone off the hook, and die. With the happiness of knowing that soon my home will be filled with confused police officers, just like, he kept his condoms in the fridge. What the hell was he into? All my furniture is gonna be nailed on the walls. The floors will be lined with mirrors. All the windows are gonna be nailed shut too, but it's not gonna matter because I'll remove the glass. There's gonna be shower curtains all over my home except around my shower. Dehumidifiers next to humidifiers. 30 crates of peanut butter. And no milk. And then, the straw that will break the camel's back, they'll enter my restroom and they'll realize I have the toilet paper backwards. Chief's gonna hate me. He's gonna be like, this sick son of a bitch. As my off-brand humored soul contently dances its way to heaven. Is it sad how much joy the fantasy of that joke brings to me? The answer is yes, and the amount of joy is way too much joy. You guys ever ask a friend from another country to do an American accent for you? It's borderline crazy offensive. They're like, okay, Gabriel, I do not normally do this, but I like you. I will do this for you because you are my friend. You are my friend. And they're like, I have an American accent. I am just like you. Baseball, apple pie, Walmart, getting fat. I don't like my wife, but I won't divorce her. I'll just have her assassinated, because I'm an American. I have a gun. We all have guns. Big tits, muscles, dude, like, totally, whatever, literally. I'm like, stop, you robot, we don't sound like that.
They are my fucking picture.
We just do all of those things. The word. You know what makes me sad is that some of those stereotypes are really true. You know what I do when I'm sad? Have you guys seen Zoolander? Yeah? When I get sad, I like to picture what it would sound like if Derek Zoolander and Hansel tried to have a serious conversation, just like get really deep about things. I don't know, Hansel. I just feel like maybe there's more to life than the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good. Hansel be like, whoa, where's all this coming from, man? We're models. There's no negativity in Shane or Hansel. I know, but But the other day I saw Interstellar, and it made me feel like